Okay, first thing we got to do, what's an absolute value? Okay, absolute value is distance from 0. And the biggest thing to remember here is distance can never be negative. You can't drive a car backwards and call it negative distance. If you can measure it, it's still positive. Okay, so the next thing says an absolute value inequality is an blank containing an absolute value blank. Okay, so these words get confusing. Not terribly, but they do. Okay, an equation. So an equation, remember, that's an equal sign one. Okay, containing an absolute value expression. An expression has no equal sign. It's just like on the board when we have x plus number. Okay, that's an expression. But the equation is when we have x plus number equals number. Okay, there's an equal sign. Okay, so then we've got steps. I am going to hold up my fingers, and I'm going to make you hold up your fingers 1,000,000 times on this. So hold up your number 1, and I'm watching. Okay, absolute value expression. Number 1, isolate the absolute value expression. So that means get the absolute value expression by itself on one side. 2, hold up your 2 fingers, okay, bunny ears. Set up 2 cases. We're always going to have a positive case and a negative case. Because when you look at absolute value on a number line and you say, okay, how far away from 0 is 3? Well, what else is 3 away from 0? It's negative 3. Because from here to here is 3, and from here to here is 3. Okay. Step 3, solve each case. Step 4, check each case in the original equation. Okay, so example 1. First step, number 1, isolate the absolute value expression. Good news for you. Step 1 has been done for you. Step 2, now watch how I do this. I'm going to take this absolute value bar, rewrite exactly what's inside the absolute value. Do not touch what's inside the absolute value. So the first time I do nothing. I just rewrite the equation just like it didn't have absolute value bars. And then I take my second absolute value bar, because this reminds me to do my 2 cases, okay? And I do x plus 6. Again, do not touch what's inside the absolute value bars. Equals, and then I change this guy to negative, the opposite. So this is the opposite. Okay, so we've got 2 cases here. We've got x plus 6 equals 11, and x plus 6 equals negative 11. So these are one-step equations. So subtract 6. You have 2 equations to solve, but you do the same thing all the way across. So x plus 6, that gives me a 0. So x equals 5. And x equals negative 11 minus 6 equals negative 17. Okay. So that was step 3, solve each case. Step 4 is check each solution, and you check the solution in the original equation. So we're going to take the original equation, and we're going to plug in 5, question mark equals. Remember, that means we cannot change sides on anything anymore. 5 plus 6 is 11. And what's the absolute value of 11? What's the distance from 0? It's 11. So we're good there. There's one check. Okay, so in the second case, we've got negative 17 plus 6 equals question mark 11. Remember, we go back to the original equation. Okay, negative plus positive. So 17 minus 6 is negative 11, but we're still inside the absolute value bars. So how far away from 0 is negative 11? We are 11 away. So check and box. Okay, you are solving equations just exactly like we've been doing the whole time. Okay, number 2. Again, this one you're going to do by yourself though. So step 1, they've already done it for you. Step 2, hold up 2 fingers. 1, isolate the absolute value expression. 2, set up 2 cases. Okay, so now turn off the video, hit pause, and go finish this problem. Okay, so I'm guessing you finished, right? Okay. Set up 2 cases. So I've got m minus 1 equals 4. And m minus 1, remember, I have not changed anything to this point. All I've done is taken off my absolute value bars, equals negative 4. So then step 3 is solve. So add 1, add 1. Okay, I've got m equals 5, m equals negative 3. Okay, step 4, do your check step. So I've got absolute value, I'm going to plug in 5 to the original equation. Question mark equals 4. 5 minus 1 is 4. Absolute value. So 4 equals 4. And my second answer I got was negative 3. So negative 3 minus 1, question mark equals 4. So we've got negative 3 plus negative 1. Let me rewrite that so it doesn't look so yonky. Minus 1. So when we say plus negative 1, remember, adding the opposite. Now I have negative 4, question mark equals 4. Absolute value of negative 4, so how far from 0? 4 places away. Check and box. Okay, how we doing? You surviving? You got this. Okay, number 3. This will be your favorite problem of the whole day. This will be it. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. Step 1, isolate the absolute value. Step 2, wait a second. Okay, this right here can never happen because a distance can never be negative. Distance can never be negative. So your answer on this problem is no solution. Easy peasy. Okay, last one. Step 1 has been done for you this whole time. Now you've got to do something first. Okay? If you're looking at this and getting confused, let me show you something for just a second. Can you do this problem? Of course you can. It's a one-step equation. You're going to add 9 to both sides and get x equals 6. Okay, so now we're going to look at this. Oh, by the way, in the bottom left-hand corner of your notes right now, write Bob Ross. Okay, so over here, now first step, isolate the absolute value. We've got to get this guy by himself. So the first thing I'm going to do is solve for that absolute value expression, which is exactly what I just did over here. I'm going to get the same thing. This goes away, so I'm left with 3t minus 6, absolute value equals 6. Okay, there's my step 1. Step 2, set up 2 equations. Remember, you're holding your fingers up. So 3t minus 6 equals 6. Never touch what's inside the absolute value bars. Never, never, never. So you rewrite that twice. Once is equal to positive 6. Once is equal to negative 6. Then we're just going to go through and solve. So we've got, this is technically a 2-step equation, so we should have a do and undo box over here. And you only have to do it to this guy. So what's going on between 3 and t? We're multiplying by 3. How do you undo that? Divide by 3. What's going on between t and 6? We're subtracting 6, so we're going to add 6. Sad meep. It says this guy goes first, this guy goes second. So add 6, add 6, add 6, add 6. So 3t equals 12, and 3t equals 0. Do not freak out that there's a 0. Okay, did my first step, now my second step. Okay, divide both sides of both equations by 3. Okay, t equals 4, t equals, okay, can you hold the ball above your head? Yes, you can, so that's 0. You cannot stand on a ball. Now you go over here, and remember, you go back into the original equation. So not what you solved for, you go all the way back to the original. So we've got 3 times 4 minus 6, absolute value, minus 9, question mark equals negative 3. Wait a second. Why didn't I do no solution back here? Okay, it is not this step where you make that determination. It is this step. When you have the absolute value isolated, that's when you decide if it's going to be an equation you can actually solve or not. I forgot to grab that at the beginning. Okay, so we go back here again, we plug it in again. This time we get 0 minus 6. You guys were sitting there thinking I'd gone crazy. Equals negative 3. Okay, this is 3 times 4 is 12. 12 minus 6 is 6. Can't do more than 2 steps. 3 times 0 is 0. Negative 6. Okay, absolute value of 6 is 6. 6 minus 9 is negative 3. Remember, once you put that question mark above the equal sign, you cannot change sides anymore. Okay, so this side, negative 6, we get 6. 6 minus 9 is negative 3. Okay, check and box. All right, there you go.